Hello, salutations, what it do? It's the Dr. Gamer, all father of the Durag gang. You know the vibes, like and subscribe, and let's jump right into this.
Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
If you guys were a part of my live stream, thank you. We made history for this channel. My most viewed live stream ever. Almost 1,000 of you were in the chat. It was insane. Thank you guys so much for that support. Now, this basically is a video for those who missed the live stream, or in case you didn't see the information, or you just want some more clarification because some more information is necessary. I heard from some insiders after the fact, as well as read through the State of the Game blog that expanded more on what is on the roadmap. So behind me, as you see clearly roadmap, I'm going to just go over everything on there and explain exactly what to expect and give kind of my thoughts on what's going forward, just so everyone has all of the information. Now, first off, this is not a roadmap, obviously, for next year. Some people were expecting to see stuff from 2022, but this roadmap, they said beforehand, was strictly for 2022. And as you see, they have no dates. They are just breaking it down by seasons, fall, winter. So everything you see here, you can expect it to drop anywhere between now and December. That's what we're looking at here. I'm sure we'll get more dates as we get closer to the events. So first thing we have here are returning events. Speaking of events, Corruptive Vibranium, Red Room Takeover, Hawkeye Anomaly, Cosmic Threat, as well as bonus XP weekends. So in the blog, they explain that because new players are coming into the game, they haven't experienced these events, they're bringing them back just so they have a chance to play them. What this actually means is that they are limited with their resources and the amount of people currently working on this game. And what you see here on the roadmap is a result of them not having the ability to do what a lot of you were expecting based on what you were telling me you were hoping to see on the roadmap. And they expanded on this a bit in the blog. They said that even though they opened up another studio for Crystal Dynamics, and they were experimenting with working in person, they are still working from home. That experiment did not pan out, and it looks like they're expecting to be working from home primarily for what I'm assuming is their biggest branch, which is in California, through into next year. At the very earliest, I'm thinking like early next year is what they said. So keep your expectations in mind, understanding they're still going to be working from home and are going to be using that to explain what you see here. So the Corruptive Vibranium event, Red Room Takeover, Hawkeye Anomaly, Cosmic Threat, essentially they're exactly the same. They're events where you collect some stuff and you in turn can unlock gear for each of your characters. And so there's going to be nameplates given out, and when you do the one big mission chain, you get an exotic for all of your characters, and then you're going to have smaller mission chains where you're going to be getting legendary gears tailored to that event. So all that stuff is coming right back. The only difference here is with the Red Room Takeover, the event is going to take place inside customized harm rooms that are red. Everything else is going to take place on different maps, on different missions that you played before. They'll just be modified to give you the drops, you know, whether it's Ruskaya chips or Corruptive Vibranium, you know the gist. Bonus XP weekends, they're bringing that back. Through the whole month of August, they were giving you double XP, and when they were giving away the game for free for that one weekend, they increased the XP even more. So they're going to be going forward, giving you XP bonuses just on the weekends so that you can level up your heroes faster if you're new, or you can get those champion points that mostly don't work if you're an experienced player. Now for the meat of the roadmap and basically all of the content for the rest of the year, Claw, the Confront Claw in our first raid. So if you've been following my channel, you've been following Miller, or both, you already knew this was coming. Claw is the first raid of the game. It's been known, thanks to leaks, since last year that Wakanda was coming with a raid that will feature Claw. I've been saying expect that on the roadmap, and here we are. It is coming. The Claw raid is going to be here, and it's going to introduce a new enemy type, as you see here, called Echoes. They are enemies sound base created by Claw. The max power level for this event is going to be 175. That is the new power level cap, highest it will go. That is coming with this Claw raid. So the current power level max in this game is 150. You can only fight 170 enemies currently in the custom harm room. So the max enemy difficulty is going to be 175 from what I'm gathering here. And your power level for your own heroes is going to increase according to that. And that's going to tie into the next section, which is Rework Systems. Now, resources, what they mean by that is they didn't even really explain what that meant on the blog. They're kind of apparently going to reimagine or redesign how they apply resources. And specifically, they were talking about having resources only be applied to certain things. So like polychloron can only be used for the major artifacts. Upgrade modules can only be used for upgrading gear, and fragments can be used for a variety of things. They're making some kind of change to that. They didn't go into really any detail that made sense on the blog, but they said they're going to talk about that in the future. Now for gear, it says gear upgrading. Now, when we were in the chat, I saw a lot of people got excited, myself included, though not too excited, when they said gear upgrading. A lot of you assumed, oh, they mean finally gear upgrading, like what we've been asking for a year. Modifying gear, a reroll, like pretty much every looter has, some kind of ability to customize your gear. Because as you know, this game is a looter, at least in name, and a staple of looters is the ability to take the gear that you have and customize it into something better that fits your character. But currently, as you know, you can't do that. If you get a piece of gear and you don't like the stats, you can't change it. If you have a piece of gear that's almost perfect except for one perk, sucks for you, gotta farm it over again. That's been the problem. Probably definitely a top 3 most requested feature, and it's still, for whatever reason, was not put in the game. And when people saw this gear upgrading, they thought, oh, we're finally getting that. No, they expanded on this in the blog. What they mean by gear upgrading is that when they increase the power level cap, when Claw comes out, they're going to give you the ability to literally upgrade your gear that you already have to the new power level so that you don't have to farm it all over again. That's it. That's literally all they mean. You're going to be able to upgrade your gear to new power level. That's it. No modification, no loadouts, nada, zip. I actually heard from people that were in the secret meetings. They are currently not working on a reroll. So everything they said before about hearing us about gear reroll and giving us all that was all cap. They're not doing it. It's not happening. Now, if you're an Xbox or PC player, this looks a little light and you're probably concerned, and understandably why. Outside of Claw, the only other event on this entire roadmap that's an actual event is Spider-Man. And if you can see here, it says only on PlayStation. So that is confirmation. There is no timed exclusive. People were holding out hope that, oh, maybe He'll be out on Xbox and PC later, but so far, for the rest of this year, the only content you're getting, if you're on Xbox and PC, is this claw raid. PlayStation will be getting Spider-Man, and they have an event tied around it, so it'll be villains, the whole 9 yards, plus Spider-Man. But if you're on Xbox and PC, you get nothing. And hopefully that changes when we get closer. Maybe I joke that they'll probably give PC and Xbox users a Heroes Catalyst and some nameplates, but I mean, that might not be far-fetched, but I'm thinking they're going to do something, but there's no additional heroes are here. It's just a Spider-Man event. So hopefully they throw something to Xbox and PC so that when PlayStation get Spider-Man, they're not the only ones with something to do. But in the meantime, all we know is that Spider-Man is coming, as we already knew, and he's only on PlayStation. And as you see in the picture, and I have that in my thumbnail, you can see that is in fact Spider-Man in the picture with the other Avengers attacking Claw. That is him. He is here. He is coming to the game, confirmed, not delayed, but no other heroes, no War Machine, no She-Hulk. That's it. That's all that's in the next year. And speaking of next year, that seems to be where Cloning Labs and the Patrol Mode are. Patrol Mode, for those that remember, was supposed to come out in July. It was going to be the Wasteland Patrol, and you were going to essentially be able to free roam in the Wasteland Patrol for however long you wanted. Enemies would spawn. You would be able to get gear. And a lot of people were looking forward to that because, oh, that's finally, something in-game players can get behind. They could farm, they can hang out, they can just do stuff, in the game. That's something that's not time gated. They could just play for hours and hours. That was seen by most as a dub. Delayed, not coming. They said there'll be more information when they get concrete dates, but considering it's not on this roadmap, that means it's all been pushed back to this year. And from what I was told from behind the scenes, they had to put all their resources into Claw and Spider-Man. That's why they did not have time to finalize Patrol Mode and Cloning Labs. So expect those next year. As for the last bit on this roadmap, Hawkeye Nameplate Challenge, Disney Plus, and earnable cosmetics, they said that they're going to be exploring ways to earn cosmetics in game. So that will include stuff that's in the current marketplace. You'll be able to actually earn stuff like that by playing. They did not specify what kind of stuff from the marketplace that we'd be earning. Like, are we getting the recolors or are we getting the MCU skins? That's the question. If I had to guess, I'd say the recolors, because what was supposed to be here is an update on the cosmetic rework. For those that are newer to the game, you could already earn cosmetics since launch. They had these things called patterns. You got them from missions and chests, and you can take the patterns to the helicarrier. And there's one in Wakanda right now, which after looking at this roadmap is pretty hilarious now, where you can take your patterns and you can convert them into cosmetics. And they were 100% free. They weren't in the marketplace. And they also had a specific marketplace on the helicarrier called the Cosmetic Vendor. And they had nameplates, they had emotes, they had skins there that you didn't find in the marketplace. And you can just go and buy them with units, which are currency that's earned 100% in the game. You don't have to spend any money on it. And for half of the game's life, that was a reality. Then when Hawkeye came out, they announced that they were changing this. They were going to do a update to the cosmetic vendor and called the cosmetic rework. And in order to do that, apparently they had to essentially shut down the cosmetic vendor and remove patterns from the game. They've yet to explain why they needed to do that, why they wanted to do that. But apparently that's being replaced with the ability to earn some cosmetics through play. We'll have to see how good the cosmetics you can earn are and how many, but that's essentially, from what I can tell, the closest we're getting to a cosmetic rework in the near future. As far as the Hawkeye Nameplate Challenge, they explained that they are going to be doing more tie-ins with the Disney Plus and MCU stuff. So Hawkeye is coming this year to Disney Plus. So when that comes out, expect a nameplate as well as an MCU skin for Kate Bishop, who is currently the only character along with Kamala Khan that does not possess an MCU skin. Expect that to change. I believe Kamala's show is coming out this year still, but Kate Bishop's is definitely coming out. So if they do a Kamala show, you'll probably get a Kamala tie-in as well, but definitely a Hawkeye one, because I'm not sure if Kamala is coming out, her show's coming out this year, but definitely Hawkeye, and that is in fact on the roadmap. So expect some more money to be spent, but as far as content, roadmap is light on that, and a lot of people were very understandably disappointed. I saw a lot of L's flying in the chat, especially from people that are on Xbox and PC, because it looks like they have one legitimate piece of content to look forward to the entire year, which is the Claw Raid. Hopefully, for this game's sake, the raid is actually really good. It has really good exotics. It's fun, it's challenging, and it's farmable. For the love of God, Crystal Dynamics, please. It sounds in theory like this could be great. Like, as light as the roadmap is, it sounds like the Claw raid could be awesome, like an actual legit raid. You got the high power level, awesome, cool. Make the gear that you get good, make it farmable. If it's once again like the Omega level threat, where the exotics are trash and it's everything is time gated and there's no reason to play it again, that will be a massive L. And I swear to you, you cannot afford another one. A lot is riding now on this Claw raid, because for Xbox and PC users, this is literally the only piece of content they're getting for the rest of the year. Please don't mess it up. Please do this right. You basically delayed everything for this one piece of content in addition to Spider-Man. Do not mess it up, because if this is the only thing that PC and Xbox users are looking forward to for the rest of this year, it has to be great. Please do not mess it up. If you're on PlayStation, as everyone should be, you're probably going to be very happy with Spider-Man. I'm sure it's going to be fun. But unfortunately, if you're hoping to see Spider-Man tomorrow at the PlayStation Showcase, more disappointment for you. Marvel's Avengers confirmed on Twitter that you will in fact not be getting Spider-Man tomorrow at the PlayStation Showcase. Marvel's Avengers will not be part of that showcase. We could still get Spider-Man tomorrow, but if we do, it will be from Insomniac, because Insomniac is in fact working on a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man. So there is a possibility that we will get Spider-Man tomorrow. It just will not be related to Marvel's Avengers. I still plan on streaming that event. It's going to be 40 minutes according to Sony. So if you want to see that, definitely stop by, check it out. I will be showcasing that. But if you're coming because you wanted to see Marvel's Spider-Man from Marvel's Avengers, sorry, not happening. But as we get closer to, I'm guessing, December, we'll get some more information about Spider-Man and hopefully some more images and eventually a teaser gameplay. But that's it. That is the roadmap. Let me know in the comments below if you were disappointed, if you were happy, if this kind of lined up with your expectations, or if it didn't. Whatever way, let me know down below. If this video helped you out, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm Scott the Gamer, signing out.